Nova Henry, the sister of Ryan Henry from Black Ink Crew, met Chicago Bull Eddie Curry while in high school, and they became great friends. They had a long-term affair in which they had a son and a daughter together, Noah and Ava. In 2006, Nova hired an attorney, Frederick Goins, to represent her in a child support case against Mr. Curry. Nova and Frederick started dating and got into an on-again, off-again relationship. Frederick eventually began abusing Nova. Due to the abuse, Nova tried to end the relationship and seek counsel elsewhere for her child support case and to contest $24,000 in legal fees charged by Frederick. This caused Frederick to become enraged.
And her baby. ABC 7's John Garcia here now with the latest on this. John?
Ravi, Karen, 36-year-old Frederick Goins had both a personal and professional relationship with Nova Henry. He was her attorney at one time, but tonight he is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in what police describe as a domestic dispute. Even for veteran homicide detectives, it was a gruesome scene to witness. Police found the bodies of 24-year-old Nova Henry and her 9-month-old daughter Ava dead of gunshot wounds in their condo. Her 3-year-old son Noah, also present but uninjured, was reportedly covered with blood. Shortly after the crime, police took Henry's attorney and one-time boyfriend, Frederick Goins, in for questioning. They later released him, but after processing evidence from the scene, on Friday night they brought him back in and filed 2 first-degree murder charges against him today.
There were numerous search warrants. There was numerous hours of video that these detectives reviewed. There was forensic evidence.
That DNA evidence, according to police, links the 36-year-old Goins to the crime scene. Henry also filed an order of protection more than a year ago against Goins, but let it expire.
The relationship was not healthy, and until that resulted in her moving on with her life, or at least trying to.
The biological father of Henry's 3-year-old son Noah is New York Knicks center Eddie Curry, a former Chicago Bull and Thornwood High School player. He's reportedly been very involved in his son's life.
We have been in contact with Mr. Curry and his agents and representatives, and he has been helpful.
Family members, meantime, are encouraged by the charges, but say that's just the first step.
This is a start, which we're very pleased with. I'm hoping that justice will be served.
Frederick Goins is set to appear in court tomorrow morning for a bond hearing. Police say they arrested him Friday afternoon in his car near the Southside home of a relative, but so far he's made no statements to investigators. Karen, Ravi?
All right. Thank you, John.
After 4 years of waiting for this day, I cannot honestly say that I am satisfied. I will never be satisfied until our judicial system is changed in a way that horrible crimes like the ones committed with Nova and Ava are stopped. Since the day of January 24th, 2009, when I discovered the lifeless bodies of my daughter and granddaughter, many more have died in multitudes since then. Many mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters and friends have had to mourn the loss of their loved ones, and from there, deal with the cards that were dealt to them without a choice. Without the choice to be able to kiss them one last time as they went on about their daily routines. Without the choice of being able to attend a preschool, kindergarten, 8th grade, high school, or college graduations. Without a choice of seeing Nova or Ava possibly one day walk down the aisle to be married to someone who truly loved them without ever hurting them the way that they were. For the past 4 years, I've waited on this day to be able to address the court and Frederick Goings about what the impact of this crime of a cold-blooded murder in the first degree has done. My impact was in no way anything that I could have imagined in a million years. What we have encountered in these 4 years of status hearings are the ludicrous rantings of a madman. A specimen of what appeared to be a human nature, but was really a wolf in sheep's clothing. Not only has Frederick changed my life, but he's affected many others by his actions. His actions that should have been red flagged by our justice system. Yet, Frederick Goings was able to manipulate those that trusted him. For example, his daughter, his son, his sister, his brothers, and ultimately his mother. They have had to endure the waste of time for the last 4 years coming here to have a glimpse of belief that Frederick Goings was innocent of the crimes he was being charged with. What I've come to realize is that Frederick Goings committed so many other crimes against society that this was only inevitable. My impact is and will continue to be to stand up and do whatever it is that I can within my human capabilities to make sure that entities like Frederick Goings are stopped in their tracks or intervened upon before they become the menaces to society that you are. Your crimes have caused my eyes and many others to open wide to what lacks in the judicial system and to work to fix them so that loopholes won't drop others like they dropped Frederick Goings. I was sitting in my home thinking about what I would say. Then I thought, people always tell me that I think about this too much. They would tell me to stop that. But if I did, I'd be dead. And I'm still here. So whatever my mind is capable of thinking, and God gave me a mind to do so. So I'm going to use it. I feel a sense of relief knowing that I don't have to come here on or around any more of Ava's birthdays, which was March 12th of 2013. She would have been turning 5 years old. She would have been so beautiful, and her mother Nova and her brother Noah would have partaken in her coming of age with her entire family. I think about having to go into Nova's house, knowing that she won't answer the door, knowing that Ava won't be on the other side kicking her little fat legs and waving her arms so that she can get to Grandma. Nope, that won't happen. I also thought about when we had to start the cleanup process and how much it hurt. I remember having to close down her place, a place that she had become so happy with. We had to clean up her blood and Ava's blood from the floor and the walls. We had to clean up and we had to pack. We had to pack away the short memories that they had put in there and take away the memories that Noah was just starting to build. They were so happy there. And the person that killed them, Frederick Goings, took it away. I pray that his family finds peace. I want them to know that I don't hate them. Sometimes I wish I could. But then I'd be like Frederick Goings, and I'm not like him. So I pray for them all and for him. I still have 2 beautiful, prosperous adult children, Ryan Henry and Jillian Henry, who have also had to deal with the loss of their big sister and niece. Nova would have been proud of them, but due to the crimes committed, they could never see that look on her face when they accomplished something in their lives, or share the laughter and jokes they once did as siblings. Jillian, who is now a mother of a 1-year-old son, will never get the chance to share those moments of parenting with her big sister or receive advice on anything else. Nova's brother Ryan is the father of a 5-year-old son. He is a man of stature, not status. He is also a man who mourns daily the horrible loss of his big sister that he once loved and looked up to. He cannot share his success in what they once talked about. One Wednesday evening in the kitchen of her new home, they shared a conversation about Ryan becoming a tattoo artist. Nova had agreed and given him the encouragement to go for it. And with those blessings, he has done just that and excelled. But somehow I know all that means nothing without his big sister here by his side to say, "Way to go, Ryan." Ryan and Jillian's sons can never meet their TT Nova or their cousin Ava and know how beautiful and loving they were. Their sons can never meet their cousin Ava and share in children's activities that would be doing what first cousins do. Jillian can never share recipes with her big sister, as she has accomplished her degree in culinary arts. But somehow the passion is not there for her. Somehow she has to find a way to ignite that passion that is within her, knowing that her big sister Nova would want that for her. She can't call her sister on the phone to ask her for advice on anything. They have been greatly impacted by the magnitude of the crimes committed. On that day, January 24th of 2009, that was forever taken away without a care. Since then, they focus on trying to move forward without their big sister Nova and their beautiful niece Ava, and even now, 4 years later, sometimes without their nephew Noah. The impact on our family's nucleus exploded like an atom bomb on that day, but we work continuously to somehow mend the pieces the best that we know how without crumbling to ashes. This is not an option for our family. I hope Frederick Goings asks God for forgiveness, because on a daily basis, I have to ask God to forgive me for the hateful things that I've thought about him and his family. I cannot move on in peace if I harbor all those ill feelings. Even when I close my eyes and see my babies laying on the floor, Nova, blue from losing all of her blood, left to lay on the floor suffering, and Ava, a baby only 10 months old, laying at the feet of her mother, cold and stiff like a toy that somehow someone discarded without any remorse. I cannot hate him because do I feel that I would have to care, or do I not? So I won't. I'll give it to God and let it go. Let justice be served and allow me to live life as I can. No, my life nor any other lives of Nova and Ava's love will ever be the same. But we will live to continue to speak up for victims like Nova and Ava, whose lives were taken without care. I want to be able to continue to live and let Noah know of his mother and sister that he sometimes can't remember because he was so young at that time.
But if I told her that I loved you, you maybe think there's something wrong. I'm not a man, but too many faces.
That he not only lost them, but he had to witness the worst imaginable nightmare anyone could ever witness. In conclusion, I would only like to say that my faith has sustained my family and I throughout this ordeal. We will continually work to make women, men, and children aware of impending dangers that can eventually end their lives. Will continually work and advocate to make sure that anyone out of sound mind and body will never be allowed to own a gun. I will continue to work to make sure that laws that now exist to protect people from bodily harm or threats are strengthened and enforced. Fred Goings, I forgive you and I release the hold. I pray that the honor can make a swift decision in your sentencing. Peace.
I know that diamonds mean money for this art, but that's not the shape of my heart. That's not the shape of my heart. That's not the shape of my heart.
Nova Frances Henry, born July 28, 1984. Ava Sophia Henry Curry, born March 12, 2008. Nova and Ava killed 2009 of January.
Father God, I come to you on behalf of Nova and Ava family. I ask that you just cover them, that you bring them comfort and peace through this tragedy. Some way, somehow, Lord God, I ask that you bless little Noah with peace, that you fill that void of his mother and bring him someone who's loving, kind, and just genuine into his life to give him that love and to fill that void. Lord, I ask that you give them forgiveness in their heart, that you give them peace in their heart, and you stand in the midst of whatever they may feel is missing, any void that they may be